But he was like, was flirting with my girlfriend at the time. She like curved him and it was cool. But her and I started getting into some troubles. And I showed up at our house one time and this guy answers the door.
And this really fat girl kept trying to dance on me.
Oh, that's the worst.
And I was like too nice to say no, so I just did.
That's where I learned to do the dance. Or dick on her butt, shake and bake.
Wow. Time a fight broke out in a history class of mine. I was like, hickory dickory dock, your girlfriend sucked my cock. And the next thing I know, there's just a fist like going right on my fucking nose, and it just knocked me.
Welcome back to the shittiest podcast known to man.
Wow.
That's us. Real Sensitive Guy Hours, episode 77 with the host. The most. To my right, we got our boy Travis.
Good evening, everyone.
If you can't see the name on the screen.
Good evening, ladies.
Oliver is below me.
What's going on, dogs?
Bless you.
What's going on, dogs?
Below to the right is William.
It's good, everybody.
And it's your boy Long Dick Style to the top left. What is new with you boys?
Nothing fucking much.
Nothing
yeah,
crazy.
Really nothing.
Nothing
working.
Changed.
Getting ready for the next vacation.
Yeah, I'll fucking say that.
I'm going on vacation.
Brandon is going on like a 5-weekend bender.
Brandon went back to where we were vacationing right after we got back for some reason.
And then I'm going back this weekend too.
What the fuck? Are you tired of driving yet?
It's kind of nice because I can do my own personal podcast. It's the Brandon Show inside of my car. And then I just catch up on some Come Town. You know, I'm going through episode 1 and then getting all the way to like episode 230. So it's some quality shit.
Wow. Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I consume a lot of content. Yeah, Come Town is actually the best podcast known to man. Like I compare what they do and how funny they are to us. It's like it makes us look like we have the smallest dicks of all time.
Don't even say that. We're the funniest people on the planet.
What here's the synopsis of this show.
Heresy.
Okay, and I'll do an overall synopsis and I'll do an individual synopsis of each of us. Okay, so the overall synopsis of this show is we like to dick ride ourselves. We like to jerk each other off the whole time. Be like we're the dopest ever. We have all these dope stories. We're the greatest. And then, so here Oliver says less than 10 words per podcast. Travis is genuinely a good guy and has good commentary a lot of the times. I like to pretend that I know what I'm talking about. Also, I think that I know to tell stories, but they're actually long-winded and dog shit. And Will's first sentence that comes out of his mouth is, I almost killed myself. That is the synopsis of the RSGH podcast.
I might want to fucking just leave after fucking you roasting my ass.
Sounds like you guys are holding me back.
Travis getting hurt, dude.
Yeah, Travis, maybe remind you that
he had no notes on me.
Travis, maybe remind you the conception of RSGH was the radio show which myself and Brandon first started. So
yeah, it started with the BO.
Right?
And Will, all of this was just banter, and some of it was true, some of it wasn't. But to be fair, episode 1, you came out with that huge knowledge, and we're all here for you, Will. You know, we're your homie, just emotionally support you.
Are we back to the fucking whatchamacallit now?
What? The Dark Ages?
I'm not saying it.
The Pact.
You say I say it at least every episode of the first sentence. I'm not saying it.
Are we going through the story? Are we going through Will's origin story for the 12th time?
No. But I mean, yeah. But yeah, like it feels great that you guys are there for it.
We're here for everything, man. Who's original first? Who's the first person who said we should do a podcast? Like legit.
Brandon.
I think it was Brandon, right?
Probably, yeah.
Oliver. I don't know who came after that.
It was just kind of like a continuation after the radio show, because the radio show kind of just, ended when we graduated.
The radio show I kind of just shouldered my way into as a third host.
It worked, though. We had 3 mics, so it wasn't like, bad or anything. It worked out.
The radio show I actually thought was really dope because we were in person. And we're also obliterated every single time we would go in there. Like this
The
is a
radio show
school-sanctioned
was-
school.
I wish we had like recordings of the radio show to upload, man. That's content. That's peak.
It's
Yeah,
peak.
seriously. Well, the thing about that too that was cool is like the students and people like we knew actually listened to it. And, like
Yeah, we were like radio famous. We went in the Rams Den. They're like the real sensitive guys.
I swear to God, one time my voice was recognized. Like I went to a bar or something and he's like, "You do a radio show, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Real sensitive guys." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "How'd you
We were-
fucking recognize us?"
Hometown famous, baby.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Now we're just doing a
Dude,
podcast. We're
dude.
small fish in this big ass pond, honestly, in the world of YouTube. That's why we get so little views, man. We're underappreciated. All right.
I told you guys
Underrated
that
podcast,
story,
real
right?
sensitive guy hours.
So my senior year, I took a media management class with the guy that like is in charge of the radio show, and he was introducing the class like to everybody about like the radio show and stuff. Because the guy that did the social media was in the class there, and then he pointed me out. I was like, "If you guys want to do a radio show, talk to this guy. Their show is like it. It's brought the
It tore up the airwaves.
He said it like brought back like the radio show to a certain because it was kind of dying off because Shepard's not that big. So he was like, you guys kind of like revived it. So he's like, if you guys want to get on to talk to him.
Yeah, the
Literally.
thing is about the radio show was like it was a real there was discoverability about it. People can just hop on and listen to three retards talk about absolutely fucking nothing. It was great. And like I said, we were obliterated every time. Like we would bring in like mixed drinks and shit
And like
that.
we have said before too, there were so many slip ups of us like saying a bad word on the radio because you're not supposed to cuss or like really talk about sex or like anything like that.
I think about that all the time. How we got
we would
brought
fuck
in
that up so much.
to the head of the radio station's office.
We've talked about this story so many times.
I
I
still,
got no fucking smoke on any of this. I
Buddy
love it.
came at us and he's like, "So I heard you say you were going to say the N-word on air," and we're like, "That was a bit. Do you know what a bit is? That was a bit."
Those were good times.
Like
man.
iCarly, you know?
We should have done a
The-
24-hour radio show.
Those were good times.
should do
because
random dancing
we would
on
always
this.
we would
24-hour podcast.
we would
What,
do
Oliver?
we would do the radio show and then we'd always come back and have beers with Robin, bro.
True. Honestly, those were the best nights, man. Radio show into BWR. Like,
And that's why, like, so I was thinking about it.
RUN.
Whenever I drive past any big ass billboard that has the lottery on it, and it's like 158 million, I always think to myself, all right, first of all, I'm taking care of my boys, my family. Like you guys are all getting like 2 or 3 million for sure. There's no
shit.
doubt about it.
hell yeah. I agree with that sentiment if I would
No,
win.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think
'cause
we had this conversation on the road back to from Ocean City,
maybe.
From where?
or either two, because I remember we passed a billboard and it had
Travis,
like the
calm down.
Powerball and the Mega Million on it.
Yeah. So like give you guys at least like 2-3 million. And then where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, I would create a
That's it.
compound for all of
Literally,
us to live
yes.
at.
Waco.
And everybody
Next
doesn't
week.
everybody corrects me when I say the word compound, but I like the idea of calling it a compound because it's more intense than it really is going to be. We're just gonna
Compound to me sounds like, you know, like we're
Like it's a big bunker.
we've done some
Yeah.
shit and we're like in jail. We're in like compound.
Some Vault 76 shit.
yeah. I mean, it would just be like we would do real sensitive guy hours. We'd create content all day, and that's just what it would be.
What
It would just
content
be
could we create in a fucking
party
bunker?
from 6 a.m. to
I guess
like
we'd have everyone we know,
midnight.
right?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, you could get pretty creative when
It
you're
could be like a reality TV show. There.
For
Think
sure,
about- think
for sure,
about
and we
the-
would turn it into that.
Like, why has nobody done a reality TV show about like a commune, like a hippie commune or whatever? Like, just all the drama. Like
Probably because,
Starflower
all
slept
the
with.
shit that goes on down there.
Well, like you would
Beaver
start
Creek.
off doing like clickbait content, be like, I gave $50,000 to whatever big streamer. Like, I gave 50K to Ludwig, and then that would get 1 million views. And then we would just use the money that we would get from that in order to reinvest it into other YouTube content. we can make something happen. Plus,
Yeah,
once
man.
people
With
get
money,
invested-
we could be so much bigger. How can we grow our podcast right now with the money we have? We have a lot of money between the four of us.
I'm just using the $20,000 into ads. Please watch Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is our promotion right now.
Wow.
We talked
Get a
about
sponsorship.
chicks,
Blue Chew.
dicks, and cancer sticks. That is our shtick.
Chicks,
Basically,
dick,
chicks, dicks, and blow cancer sticks into our mics.
Yeah, that is real. That is Real Sensitive Guy Hours. And if you want to listen to four guys jerk each other off about how great they are, then this is the show for you.
Except for Brandon, who fucking insults all of us and says another podcast is way better than ours on
And
the podcast.
and nobody shit talks him. Like, what's going on?
I should talk to myself.
No, I think your stories are good. I don't think they're overblown.
You would.
I think sometimes you
Sometimes they
lose.
can
I think
get,
you
like,
lose your train of thought a
long-winded.
lot. That's the
Yeah.
only like complaint I would have. But like the stories themselves are interesting content.
Well, I can't
Some
help
stories
that.
are
I'm just
better being
retarded.
long-winded though. Like sometimes you
You just
need
have
to go into
ADHD?
extra detail.
That you just crackhead energy.
Yeah. I'm just. I fucking hate that, dude. I just got that
Crackhead
crackhead
energy.
We're just crackheads.
I hate
It's
seeing
your
that.
crackhead energy.
We're just head.
Can't help being a
People say that,
Gemini.
and I hate it when I see it on people's
Like girls
profiles
will be
when I'm
like,
trying to pretend.
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not a dumb bitch, and I'm gonna call myself a crackhead. That is what I do.
Okay. Well, you don't get the pass for that.
I'm
Can't
gonna
help
try
being
to
a
fool
Gemini.
people
I don't get the
thinking that I'm a
crackhead.
dumbass by calling myself a dumbass.
Yes.
That's how it be sometimes, though.
It's called reverse psychology. Look it up.
Look it up. I learned it.
I learned it.
in my gender studies class.
I learned it in my family psychology class that I took as an elective in high school.
I
my
want to
sophomore
become
year.
a gynecologist, so I took gender studies.
There go our last.
Yeah, if we had that to start with.
The
my
Summer
dude.
Smash girls were watching until now.
Megan,
Yo,
by the way,
high
I love
key,
you.
High key, if they watched
By
it,
the way, I love
have they watched any? That would actually be really funny if they
no
did.
clue.
Every
One of
time
them is
that
subscribed to Brandon.
that one girl who was the bride to be still Snapchats me to this day. She's the only one I have a snap streak with.
Send a snap of the screen of
Well,
us
it's 'cause
four
she
on the
threatened
podcast
our
to say y'all
lives
watching.
If we break it,
I did
don't
that
really
last
live.
week, and she was like, "The Real Sensitive Guys," and I was like, "Let's go."
So they did watch it,
Oh God!
or did they
that's-
just remember the
They
name?
just
I think they just remember the name.
Yeah.
We got
Well.
at least 100 reasons to remember the name.
Yeah, I was about to say that's an 100% reason.
True.
God,
yeah.
PTSD from those days.
Yeah, from like your shitty like going to high school football games or like any sports meet, that song, and then just like some other shit songs. What
Bro, I
else did they
remember
play?
going to like high school like football games and basketball games. Those shits were fucking way too much
Yeah.
stuff went down. Like you were in, there were so many
Yeah.
niches.
I went for
That
the
were
drama,
at-
man. I didn't go for the sports.
Yeah,
I went for the
Drama,
fights.
dude. The drama.
bro,
What would
I
happen
almost got
to the
to a
bleachers
fight at
was
one
the
of
most
those.
interesting part.
At what, a baseball or
A
not
football
baseball?
game, yeah.
We almost got into
Really?
a fight.
What was the school? What was the school's initials? Because we
It
were in
was-
the
it
same
was-
conference.
No, it was my high school. And I
And
just,
who was the other team?
I don't remember. That's how much I didn't pay attention.
Oh, wait, what happened? Tell the story.
So I put the
It wasn't
guy's
the team, the
name.
football team. It was it was just him and a random dude.
Yeah, so I
Not a
put the
girl,
name of
bro.
the guy in the chat. And this guy has been like following me for my whole life. I wouldn't be surprised if he moved where I was now.
He's his arch nemesis.
Yeah, this is my number one nemesis. But he was like
Hater.
he like was flirting with my girlfriend at the time, and then like her and I, she like curved him and it was cool, but her and I started to get into some troubles. And then like we broke up and I was kind of leaving her on the leash. And then she went to
Didn't do
another
that.
guy and I got jealous and I was pissed. And I showed up at our house one time and this guy answers the door. And then you can you imagine like your heart just breaking, just seeing another dude answer the door whenever you try to like swoon her back.
it's like one of those fucking movie things.
Yeah,
Fucking roof.
dude,
There's a
it
movie
felt like
scene
I
right
was in
then.
a movie for sure.
Bro, as soon as Brandon turned around, like he just started like Runaway starts playing by Kanye West.
I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams.
So she realized that guy is a dildo because he really is.
he's awful, man.
He's the worst. He sucks.
still goes to our past school.
Isn't he the one who now got outed for having like a shit ton of girls' nudes on his phone and stuff?
No, that was the manager of the cell phone store that we worked at.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So she came back to me, and then we went to a football game because this was like in the fall. And
so hot. That was always a perfect date too. Was like, hey, you want to go to the football game together?
Oh, yeah, and that's how her and I got together.
Sit together.
Especially if you drove in high school. At that point, once you had a car in high school, like anything, like, hey, you want to like,
you were like those BJs though,
or
those
bro,
BJs though,
or bro, like the drama. Like if you rolled up with a girl, everyone's like, oh my god, like they start like the drama starts, like
oh my gosh, it's getting serious.
Side note, I hated whenever like you would start dating a girl, and then they would be like, you break this girl's heart. Like, this is her best friend. If you break this girl's heart, I'll kill you. I'll find you.
Everybody.
And it was her like 4'2", 80-pound best friend.
I told you guys my freshman year of high school, I got asked to the homecoming and I curbed the girl that asked me.
Yeah, that's a big dick energy.
That was a whole story, bro. All of her friends were
I literally got curbed at my homecoming.
No.
I asked a girl, it was because I remember I transferred schools from freshman to sophomore year. So it was like at sophomore year, I was having like a freshman year all over again. I asked this girl to homecoming and she like didn't even show up to homecoming at all.
Bro.
Just like went and smoked pot with the cool kids or something.
Dude, she got railed that night. You know she did.
She did, man. I still had a fun time though, man. I smashed it as a single man.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
And this really fat girl kept trying to dance on me.
Oh, that's the worst.
I remember.
And I was like too nice to say no, so I just did.
That's where I learned to do the dance that
the shimmy away.
Just moonwalk away.
No, the other dance that everyone does.
Oh, the fucking
the grind, bro.
The grind.
Fuck the grind.
Are you talking about your clavicles grinding together? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
In the name of love.
No, like your dick on her butt, shake and bake.
Wow.
Your dick on her butt, shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Tell us about your story, and then I'll get back to mine.
Please be
Will.
18.
Please be 18. Whose story? Will's story?
Yeah. We've gone way off track of Brandon going to the football game.
Sticking with the theme of high school, I don't think I've told the story. Like the one time, like a fight broke out in a history class of mine that I was involved in.
Fight in the history class?
Fight in the history class.
Fight at the wedding?
Fight
at the wedding?
No. We were sitting in class and it was during like a half class. So like first half is like 30 minutes. You go to lunch and then you come back and
I fucking hated those classes.
I hated those classes so much.
Yeah, because the second half felt fucking useless. Because you're just like tired as shit after eating lunch, or you're like
everybody like brought their lunch food in there and was just eating. Like nobody was getting anything done.
No, fuck no.
So we're waiting at the end of the first half, getting ready to get dismissed to go to lunch, and me and this dude are talking, and like he is like I know who he is because he's dating like some chick I went to like middle school with, and so like I knew who she was, and he was like talking about like how like they're like mad at each other or something like that. And I was talking to somebody else and I said some dumbass rhyme. Like I was like, hickory dickory dock, your girlfriend sucked my cock. I don't know why. Ooh, burn. Mm-hmm. And I said that. And the next thing I know, there's just a fist like going right on my fucking nose. And it just knocked me. And so I like fucking like turn away and my nose starts bleeding. And I look at this fucking kid. I was like, what the fuck was that for? And he was like, you made fun of me. You're making fun of my girlfriend. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so I just fucking jump on his ass and I fucking go after him and I start punching his face. And next thing I know, like one of my like the guy I was talking to like pulls me off of him and then we get dismissed to go to lunch.
Next thing you know, a physics gun pulls you off and drags you up to a roof.
RDM.
No, it was like the weirdest situation because he got mad over like the dumbest shit. And then the next day he was like, hey man, I'm really sorry about punching you in the face. I didn't know that you were like just talking to somebody else. And he was just like bullshitting like his own excuses away.
That's gotta feel good though. I like it when
Should've
people
just jumped him again.
apologize.
It feels good when they apologize, but like he waited way too long.
Yeah.
Damn. Picky.
Way too long.
Yes.
Picky. I'm a picky ass.
You should have just jumped him again right there.
Yeah.
Should just kicked him in the
beat
nuts.
his ass.
All right. So what happened when you went to the football game, Brandon?
Yeah, so there was still that
Clingy.
residual, like me being pissed about this whole thing. And he went to the football game as well. And he was a lot older. Like, I guess he like failed 1 or 2 grades.
Uh-oh.
So he's retarded.
Yeah, he's a fucking degenerate.
He's still in college, bro.
Yeah, high key. This is like
Choose
his
a
like
different word,
7th
Will.
year.
Is he pulling a JB?
What's that?
Justin Bieber?
Nope. JB.
Jordan Belfer.
Jordan Belfer.
This guy. Is he pulling a JB?
Yeah,
James
especially
Bond?
because he's like going for a lot girls that are a
yeah.
lot younger than
Yes,
him.
That's a good comparison.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah.
Good comparison.
And
No.
he would do that like
Yeah.
after he graduated as well. He was one of those guys that still hung out with high schoolers long after he got out of high school.
That's
Hate
classic
that.
degen energy right there.
A classic
hate
DJ.
that.
energy.
It's so
CDE.
creepy at that point.
Yeah, I agree. Like you're just like a fucking grown ass man hanging out with little kids.
Literally.
So
Like, yeah, man, I'm 20. I hang out with 14-year-olds. I still go to like my old high school football game and talk to everybody.
So like I saw him and I was still a little pissed. So I would like troll him as I walked by, and I had Austin with me, and Austin is like my fucking bodyguard in all of these situations. Like I will just, I'm like the little fucking tiny dog chirping at other kids, and then he's just like this big ass pit bull, just like waiting for somebody to jump on me. So, but this one time he started talking shit to me. Like he was with his group of friends and he's like, bro, why don't you just fucking leave me alone? Like I'm over it. And of course I'm still harassing this man. I'm sitting here chirping his ass off, and you guys know how I can get with that
Give
shit.
your balls a tug.
Yeah. Like
Fuck.
fucking grow a pair and banter back, cunt. So and then he gets in my face. For whatever, I don't remember this happening because Austin told me the story just recently. He's like, yeah, dude, you got in his fucking face. I've never seen you seen red like that. Like you got in his face and started screaming at his face. Like nose touching nose type shit. And he was a taller guy than I was, and obviously a lot bigger.
Brandon was on his tippy toes trying to kiss him.
Yeah, just a little smoochy. But yeah,
He's like, "Oh, yeah?"
I screamed at him and he like backed off. And I guess I blacked out because I remember what happened afterwards. As soon as he backed off and went off doing his own thing, I was like talking shit. And like I was on my God complex shit because I had so much adrenaline running through me at that time.
Oh, of course.
Because this was the time that my stepdad was sick. So like, you know, the president would go and visit him at the hospital. It's down in DC. So I'm like, yeah, my mom knows the fucking president. He can't fuck with me. That fucking pussy. Like it was ridiculous. But overall, that guy keeps haunting me. He tried to DM my ex-girlfriend of 3 years at one point. I'm like, when will this guy leave me alone? Okay.
He's trying to get that cold pizza.
Tie-dye shirts.
Tie-dye shirts. He wants the sloppy seconds.
He wants to
give him here.
Dude, he's the
Give
king
him
of Brandon
here, give
sloppy
him
seconds.
here.
But Oliver's girlfriend was actually because he lives in the same place as she does. And apparently everybody was shitting on him because they were having like an outdoor thing. And like the landlord said something and he like sided with the landlord and everybody's like, boo.
Fuck landlords.
Boo. Towards that kid specifically. And he like left the group chat of everybody living inside of the housing.
What a
block.
little piss
fucking
baby.
Petty ass.
What a little piss
Yeah,
baby.
Fuck
Little
landlords,
fucking
bro. They
piss baby.
kick you out of fields when they own the property. Like,
Dude, he if he backed down to me, then you know he's a little bitch.
Little bitch.
Yeah.
wow.
Travis, have you ever been in a fight? In high school?
Nah.
Or what's the craziest thing that's happened?
We've
like,
told
high
this.
school?
We've all told these stories before. It's when I snapped a kid's glasses in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told the story. We all have. Oh, here's another characteristic of this shitty podcast. We all have like 4 stories that we tell over and over again.
Our lives are so epic, bro.
And then we're each like, yeah, that's a good story. That's a good story.
Nah, we've had stories lately because we actually started like doing things again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Like fucking actually being in the real world.
Like tomorrow, I'm thinking about going on a fucking hike, guys.
Dog, I'm going to North Carolina in like 2 weeks. I'm so excited.
Will's
I'm
story
going to-
is he's going to come
Are you
back
going
in
to
2
view shit?
weeks, and Will's going to be like, "Yeah, I have Lyme disease."
So you guys looking at places down there, Travis?
No, not specifically like actually looking at houses, but we're going to look at a town we might want to move to.
Oh shit!
How long are you guys going for? A week?
6 days. 6 days.
Okay. That's not bad. I'll be on the Eastern Shore in about 10 days.
That's close, right?
Yeah, you guys should overlap.
Yeah. Well, Travis is going to a different area.
Oh,
I'm going to the Eastern Shore. It's different.
Where the fuck is the Eastern Shore again?
The shitty
It's,
of ocean.
the beach.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking of the Outer Banks.
yeah.
Outer Banks, Eastern Shore.
Outer Banks is a
nah.
fire ass place, though. I always love.
Yeah, that's where my parents had their honeymoon, man.
Whoa, Travis is trying to have a honeymoon there.
Whoa.
No, I'd have a honeymoon in like the Caribbean.
Yeah, I might be like going to Greece or something like that.
Bro,
That'd
definitely
be cool.
going overseas.
Greece would be cool.
Greece would be dope.
Bailey's
Really
dad
dope.
went there like 2 years ago, and he said he lived like a wealthy dude, and he spent $60 the whole time he was there.
Oh
Damn.
yeah. Oh yeah.
The most expensive part's the airfare.
Because their economy is so shit that like
Yeah.
Let's
you
go.
can buy anything.
Yeah, the plane tickets are most expensive, but after that,
Yeah.
you're good.
Well, I would take like a cruise or something. I've never been on.
Yeah,
a
you
cruise.
could do that. See
You've
some
never been on a
islands.
cruise?
Never.
Same.
Really?
Cruises are fucking nasty.
Cruises are fucking weird. I've been on a couple. Like as a kid, they were fucking horrible.
We were a camping family, not a cruise family.
Yeah. We went on a
Camping's
couple
high-key
cruises.
fun. Camping's
We
high-key
went on like what was it? The Royal Caribbean cruise. That one. I was about like 12 or something like that. It is disgusting up there. Like they do not give a fuck. Like yeah, everybody knows about like how they like wrap your towels as like a fucking animal and leave it on your bed. That's probably the coolest thing that happens that entire time. Everything else from like the buffets to the activities to anything like that are like bottom tier.
Yeah, all
bottom
that
tier
shit is on the boat the whole time, and it has to stay on the boat the whole time you're out in the water. So, like, if somebody dies, they have to keep their body on the boat. You know, you can't just throw
I
them
would just go
overboard.
there for the booze. Honestly, just get fucked up.
booze
all
is
the time.
bottom
Get booze
tier, too.
anywhere.
I don't
Because
give a
here's the
fuck.
down,
Dudes all over the place.
I think you're
Here's the
overestimating what I
Alcohol's
drink.
legal if you're 21 or older.
but here's the downside to anything like edible or drinkable. Like if you go on like a long cruise, like we went on like a 1 month cruise.
oh
like,
god.
You're like when you're in between locations, if they run out of something, it's gone. Like, and there was like a time where like the fourth day in, they ran out of like major drinks. So like there was no alcohol for any of the adults.
And meanwhile, Bud Light seltzers were at full supply.
Everybody was like super pissed off. I bet they were all just like irritable
God.
with each other.
Because that's all everybody does when they want to go on a cruise. You just want to drink and just eat. That's it.
Imagine drinking and the whole time the boat is rocking.
Oh my God. I would hate it. I would fucking hate it. I don't get seasick, but I would hate.
I don't either, but I just wouldn't want that, man. I already have enough trouble walking.
I would hate the experience of being full of food and alcohol on a boat, drunk, in the middle of the ocean. No. Fuck
Fair.
no.
Ooh, I've got something pretty neat. I don't know if Oliver tried it, but we did some of that Delta 8 shit.
Oh yeah. It's interesting. It's weird.
It's the same thing. It's
not,
the same
though.
thing.
It doesn't feel the same at all. I don't think you've done the other thing enough lately to know that doesn't feel the same way at all.
Probably
but it does feel
not.
interesting.
So Delta 8 is essentially like weed, but they like moved the molecules, I suppose.
They
So
like
it's the same thing on a molecular
Delta
level.
9 is what regular stuff is, right? And
Yeah.
that's just like, and Delta 8 is just like taking out the THC or whatever. I
So
think
it's basically just making it like CBD.
it's like all the effects
no.
except for the actual like, the fucked up feeling. You know what I'm talking about? But you get like
Okay.
the chillness, you get the sleepiness, you get that kind of shit. You just don't get the like that little feeling, that little high feeling. It just is not there.
What I think it is for
Travis
you, and this is what other people
His experience.
kind of communicated to me, is like it's less intense than regular weed, just because it's not the actual thing.
Yeah, you don't get those prickly eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? You get like
Eyes
all
are
the other
prickly.
effects. But you don't
My
get like
eyes are prickly.
you don't get like that zoning out, eye prickling type shit. You
I
know?
remember those days.
Oh god,
Oh god, too many stories.
that fucking animatronic cat, fucking awesome.
What?
There was this like we went to this girl's apartments and they had this cat that would like
Oh my
purr,
god!
but it wasn't a real
We-
cat.
Could not tell. We're like, dude, like we need to touch it or something. Is this real? Can we? Should we ask if we can touch her cat? Because this can't be real right
I
now.
don't know
Yeah.
who you're talking about.
Do you see that moving?
No, because it was moving. Like you would see like the stomach go.
It was
up
one of
and
those
down.
ones that it's like, yeah, it's like sleeping, but you can see its like stomach moving because it's supposed to be like realistically breathing.
Oh, okay.
Scared the shit out of us. We're like, do you see that moving, bro?
All of the girls were like, "Why are you guys staring at that?" And we're like, "To be honest with you, we don't know if it's real. We don't
Is
know.
it real? Is it real?
Tell us
Just
right
tell
now."
us.
No, it's not.
It wasn't real. It was a fake cat.
And then that cat like lived on my lap for the whole time we were there. It was
You know
like
how you've
4
never
more
seen
hours.
these, Will? They sell them at the beach all the time. They're like these battery operated, like taxidermied fucking looking cats laying in a cat bed, and the battery powers so their stomach moves up and down
Oh my
electronically
God,
and makes
yeah,
it look
I
like
have
they're
seen
breathing.
those. Fuck.
And we thought we could not tell if it was a real cat. We were
Those
like
things are-
debating it.
Yeah, I can see now why you guys would be freaked out. Like if you're under the right
Especially in the
conditions, you
mindset.
guys are freaking out at that shit.
Yeah, because it like randomly turned on, man. It wasn't on at first. So I'm like, that's definitely a fake
Bro,
cat.
haunted shit.
Then we were
Haunted-
standing there, all of a sudden started breathing, and I'm like,
Animal
do
kitty.
you see that?
And we weren't necessarily like freaking out. We all just kind of noticed each other just going,
I was just like, whoa.
Wow.
yeah, it was fucking true.
It's pretty pog, bro.
Yeah, that was the
August.
night Travis got way too fucking lit off of nicotine and just yacked everywhere.
Is that when we were smoking the cigars?
Yeah.
Cigar?
Yeah.
That was the night where you're like,
Fuck
my eyes are
cigars, man.
prickly, and then you're like, I'll be back, and you just yacked.
Dude, there was one
Fuck
time.
be back.
cigars.
There was
Yeah.
one time in the apartments that you guys got McDonald's outside to smoke a cigar. I came back inside. I didn't move for 45 minutes because I knew if I moved, I was gonna puke.
Bro.
I remember that. And I got the McDonald's and I started eating the fries and I was like, if I keep eating these, I'm puking 100%.
That happened last night. Last night I was skateboarding at like probably like I couldn't sleep, so I got up and I went out and I went
He
to, like,
was a skater boy.
I went to like a little convenience store so I can grab myself something to drink. And on my way back, like I fell, like I hit a bump wrong and I fell off. And as soon as I hit the fucking ground, like all the effects just started fucking hitting me. And I was like, bro, I move. Or if I if I eat anything or like lay down the wrong way, I'm fucking gone. I'm yakking.
High keto.
Yeah.
I'm still here though. So
Fuck cigars.
fuck cigars.
I
They're
recently,
nice sometimes, but
yeah, I took a hit off of one, and like
They're never nice.
when you
for
get
me.
some nice ones, like they taste decent, but like sitting there chiefing on one, bro, it's disgusting. I
Bro,
just
you
feel like
can't
I'm
cheat
spitting.
it.
How do
Yeah.
mafia bosses do it?
How do you
They-
mafia bosses
They don't
do it?
chief it, bro. They take their
Bro,
time.
they
with it.
There's some people. There was a guy. I used to work at a Sheets. There was a guy that would come in all the time, and he would get like backwoods. But he was
Right.
like an older guy. Literally, all he would use it for is he would just put it in his mouth, like put the cigar in his mouth and just chew it,
Ew, that's fucking gross.
like just chew on the cigar. And I was like,
It's disgusting, man.
like he came in one day
He
chewing
came.
on one and replaced it with a new one that he just from a pack he had just bought. Like,
Does
in
he
front
like
of me.
eat the whole thing eventually?
No, so he turns it into like chewing tobacco. So like he puts it in his like a lip and stuff like that. But for like a good majority of it, he just sits there and chews on the end. Like he'll just put it in like with a chopstick. He'll just be like,
That's so odd.
bro, it's disgusting because like it just releases all the fumes of it and it just goes everywhere. So all you smell is just like raw tobacco.
And he's just like eating that.
He's just munching on these fucking things.
He's got it down pat, bro. It's a strap.
Probably cannot taste food at all anymore. Everything is just oatmeal to him.
With water or milk?
Water.
He's
Water and
got
oatmeal.
oh,
Oh,
this
God.
oatmeal's pretty good. It's menthol flavored, right?
Oh, this cheeseburger's pretty good. It's menthol flavor, right?
Is this
I didn't know
Virginia
they
tobacco?
Bro, I didn't know they made mint flavored fucking pizza.
Yeah, Travis, you got a bag on Brandon for not watching Dave, bro.
Oh my God. Catch up, dude. Catch up in liquor.
Ketchup and liquor.
Will, are you caught up?
How many episodes are out now?
5, I
Seven.
think. 6. There's 6 now, actually.
There's
6.
6. I'm on 4.
It's 7.
I'm on
Bruh.
4.
I've been on my weeb train, not gonna lie. Just been watching Naruto at night.
Fucking loser. You gonna start running with your arms behind your back?
I watched I told you guys so on Saturday, Bailey and I watched not Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we watched Snowden about the CIA guy. That was really good.
That's a good fucking movie. That's a really good movie. It goes really in depth on like the security aspect of like these guys who fucking hack shit.
Oliver, whenever you drive for a long time next time, listen to the Joe Rogan podcast with Edward Snowden on it because he asked really good questions about it. And Snowden seems like a really good guy. I feel really terrible that the United States is fucking him in the ass. And, you know, it's really fucked up what they do to people that are just trying to release information that's pertinent to the citizens.
Security?
Yeah.
Man of the free.
Yeah, we're definitely free, bro. We're fucking cash money. He broke the law, like, not gonna lie. Like, that's facts. But at the same time, it's like...
What is the law? The law is not morals. At least not always.
No, people try to base it off of it, but everybody's morals are fucking different. As
I mean,
we know,
the law let fucking Bill Cosby go.
It's true.
That's still fucking shocking that all that shit happened.
everybody has different morals, whether it's for pedophilia, fucking a girl that has a husband and 2 kids,
home wrecking, fucking someone when you have a husband and 2 kids.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Adultery, like
7 deadlies, 10 commandments.
This sounds really specific. I wonder.
Could we be talking about HW? Housewife?
Home wrecker?
He said the real name.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You could have, but you didn't.
I did
a lot about your character.
Yeah. That's what I appreciate about you.
Is that all you appreciate about me?
Put some respect on it.
Yeah.
Respect.
I think that Bailey would really appreciate your ethics.
She was more upset about that than anybody there.
Like, she had to pull each one of us aside. Like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?
It became her show. It was Real Sensitive Bailey hours.
Legit.
Bailey's probably more sensitive than all of us, to be honest. She deserves a title more than any of us.
She does.
Real sensitive girl hours. Just Bailey.
No, just real sensitive Bailey hours.
Once we all have girlfriends, they should start a Real Sensitive Girls podcast.
Have to.
That would be really fucking
We're
cool.
forcing them to. We're chaining them to the fucking computers.
Like, I'm gonna next time I go on a date, that's gonna be the first question I ask. Like, okay,
you're not my wife. You're my little content.
How do you
slave.
feel about being on a podcast with all my other friends?
I don't care that you played Fall Guys for the last 27 hours. Play more.
I'm gonna make them fucking sign a contract like Christian Grey. They should do like I think it'd be a funny like parody of 50 Shades of Grey, right? Like a gamer version, like an e-boy and e-girl.
It's just like slow mo of like a Fall Guy like diving onto a crown. I don't wanna live forever.
But I don't know.
I feel like if
it like wraps her up with Ethernet cables.
We just use some like ninjutsu, like if they try to escape, that's our fucking ties, just out of our wrists, just fucking Ethernet cables. Where did you think you were going? We just stop and we're like in our work outfits. For audio only listeners, that was me doing that was my
sitting in the doorway. I liked that.
Sitting in the doorway.
Gonna make a deal with the devil. Yeah, she was not happy about it at all. I actually got roasted by my whole family for that. So because I told them my opinion on that. I was like, yeah, I really don't think that you should really blame the mistress and that sort of thing. And they, because like a hypothetical situation, if you're the mistress and somebody cheating on like their husband or whatever, then their opinion was that's fucked up. You shouldn't do that ever. Never in a million years should you ever do
Not
that.
ethical.
And I'm like, but you shouldn't blame the mistress though. And they're like, nope, you should for sure. And I got roasted by the whole family.
I feel like the mistress has some blame.
She has a good majority of it. It's not
Not a good majority. Like I said, it's about the 35-65, I'd say.
Yeah, I've kind of like moved the needle a little bit after the family roasting. I definitely don't think that they're majority in.
No, majority is the person who cheated.
Yeah,
like obviously, you're a fucking degen.
Can you tell those dogs to shut the fuck up? Can you just go and beat your dogs right now?
Wow.
Shovel
Brandyn.
dog.
Hey, Brandyn, where'd you get that from? Michael Vick?
Yeah. That's actually my new business idea, is to start a dog fighting.
You can ask him, bro. He'd probably help you out.
Are you allowed to say that? Confessing to a crime?
Michael Vick should be.
Confessing to a future
jail
crime?
time?
Yeah, he did jail time for it.
Yeah, he did a
Yeah.
few years for that, I feel.
Fucking God, dude. Like when we found out about that shit, like my family still lived in Virginia, and like all that shit took place in Virginia, and it wasn't too far. It was like about an hour or so away from like where we lived.
Did you go to one of the dog fights?
No, I was 12 or 10 at the time.
I
so no.
really wanted to start like a bug fight YouTube channel, because these kids at camp had a bug fighting thing that they did. Like they would rip the wings off of wasps and flies, and they would like make different bugs fight. And a
Those are serial
ladybug.
killers now. Those kids are serial killers right now.
bro.
I thought
Those
it was
kids are
fucking hilarious.
murderers right now.
But there was actually a ladybug versus a spider, and we were like, "Oh, a spider's gonna run house for sure." Ladybug fucks a spider's ass, dude. No problem. It was insane.
Damn.
What kind of spider though?
I was like 11 at the time, so I don't know.
The ladybug was injured too. Like the spider didn't have to get anything ripped off.
Yeah. The ladybug just had to deal with their wings being ripped off. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, the ladybug had the rage boost.
The rage boost, yes.
It's like I came to my fight or flight responses was triggering, but guess what? I didn't have any wings.
You really,
dude. I did bug fights at one point in my life too. Fuck.
Yeah,
I didn't rip wings off though. I just took like ground bugs and had them fight, like giant ant versus small beetle.
Giant ant versus small.
Giant
or like
ant.
grasshoppers and shit.
Bro, I just remember watching shows
Yeah,
on
like
Animal
cricket
Planet
versus
where they would like
grasshopper.
talk about like different animals and like pin them against each other. I forget what fucking show it was. It was on Animal Planet.
Giant cricket versus
I
grasshopper.
hate that fucking argument of gorilla versus
Or
bear,
frog.
because
Ooh.
the bear, gorilla versus frog. No, the gorilla versus bear wins every time. It's
Are you
not even a
serious?
competition. Here we fucking go, dude.
Bro.
Gorilla clobbers the bear, man.
No, it really doesn't.
How does the bear win?
They both
What is the
walk
bear
off
gonna
wood.
do? The bear can rip up a human easily, but a gorilla's like 4 times our size.
They're
Like I'm
not
talking
even
like a
that heavy.
silverback. I'm talking about king of the jungle ass motherfucker.
And I'm
going up
talking
against
like
bear.
Kodiak bear type shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
bears weigh more than any big gorilla that you can find. Their
But
claws,
dude, claws
they
and
have
teeth are not getting through that muscle as easily. He's going to have
Yes,
to
they
work for that
are.
kill. And in the meantime, Gorilla's going to use his superior intelligence and human-like limbs to just beat his brains out.
Okay, but I think you're overestimating a bear or a fucking gorilla's intelligence. A bear is probably just as smart. Plus, they have the sense of smell as well.
Let's see.
And honestly, this bear right here is smelling some bullshit coming from.
Let's see if that's real sensitive guys' facts. Is a bear as smart as a gorilla? Let's see how much smarter a gorilla is than a bear.
I can't believe this is what Google has to put up with tonight. Is a bear smarter than a gorilla?
Bear.
I'm not even gonna entertain that they're the same amount of intelligence. I'm gonna say how much smarter
Is a bear to a gorilla?
how much smarter than a bear
Oh my god.
is a gorilla.
Yeah. The grizzly is an undefeatable evolutionary masterpiece and will triumph over primate.
Was that random internet guy 123?
This is the Gonzaga Bulletin. Okay, it's definitely a truthful.
What'd you find there, Trav?
I'm working on it.
What user tells you, what bulletin tells you that a primate is better than a bear?
All right, I've got the best source on this shit. We've got gorilla versus bear.net.
Gorilla versus bear.net.
Shit source.
Oh, it's a Texas-based music blog. Okay, I was fucking wrong.
Fucking tard.
All right. This fight would never happen. Fuck Cora. Anybody that answers Cora questions is instantly a little bitch in my mind.
Anyone that answers Cora questions or goes to Cora to look for an answer. I'm sorry, but you're
Amanda Huntington, you're a fucking.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Bar T in the Huntington area.
Just say her last name and dox her. Why don't you?
Well, she decided
Amanda
to post an
Huntington.
answer on Quora, so fuck her.
How bad of an answer?
Why doesn't a gorilla actually beat up a grizzly bear in any of these scenarios? Simply put, a gorilla doesn't have the adaptations necessary to fight predators in combat. They're adapted to fighting other gorillas, which are much smaller than a large predator like a grizzly bear. Proof that they aren't adapted to fighting large predators? Leopards. They're the proof. Gorillas are often prey to leopards, which are roughly 10% the size of a grizzly bear.
All right.
All right.
You win this round. But if the gorilla was King Kong, different story.
But like, okay, we do the same scenario. Really big gorilla versus really big grizzly bear. Get fucked every time. Although it was cool to like, it is cool if like when
we're talking about King Kong,
the King Kong video game, and
wins.
you're going against a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you just rip their mouth open.
Rampage?
No, the King Kong official movie video game.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Great game, like overall, but that was cool.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
I thought that was a good game.
It was a pretty decent game, especially when they got the actual voice actors like Jack Black and everybody to get
That's one of those games where we're wearing nostalgia goggles. It's not that good.
I'm gonna watch a playthrough of that game tonight on my way to sleep.
Now, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. That was a fucking game.
You know, I'm not really too sure about Super Mario Kart, but to be honest with you, Shrek 3 fighting game was the dopest
Dude,
game
Shrek
ever.
Super Slam is a great game. Don't even meme about that. That's a great game.
Okay. Actually, I have a good Travis criticism. Travis just has shit takes all the time.
God,
just on content.
Wow.
Just on content.
Says the guy who's watching Naruto.
It's actually pretty decent. I will say I skipped through like a good 50% of it though.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent though. When you got to skip half the show, it's a good show, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, that's to me, right?
It's one of those. It's like if you're watching Dragon Ball Z, like half of the content is just
it's a lot
filler.
of filler. All of those shows are like a fuck ton of filler.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this fucking blows dick because I got to get through them fighting a chicken for
flashback episode number 8 million.
Dead ass. At the end of season 1, they left it on a cliffhanger, and then the next episode was a full flashback. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Just the same episode again, bro.
Yeah, dead ass. I just watched this like an episode previously. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, that type of shit does not fly when you have streaming services. Like, you're watching it immediately after. You didn't wait a whole like 3 months in between seasons to see that, and you're like lit to see the same episode again. You're like, why the fuck is this the same episode again?
No,
yeah,
it doesn't hold its purpose when like you're streaming it nowadays.
I always think
a whole
about
lot different
that
from watching it.
It's true.
I'm just like I have to do this so the people before me could have not suffered. Essentially what I'm like trying to get at. But then the other thing that pisses me off about that show is they explain the dumbest shit. Like, oh, why did that happen? All right, let me give you a 15-minute explanation about how people are able to take a shit. Like I know this shit already, bitch. I don't
Plus,
need to
like
know.
it's all stuff that you've already seen in the show. It's just like, why are you
Or just
taking 15
common
minutes to explain
knowledge.
stuff for fuckers that don't pay attention? Like, just pay attention. How about that?
It's
And you'd already
common
know.
knowledge in
Yes.
some aspects. Like some things, like they'll go in depth on for stuff that like you've noticed and pieced together by yourself throughout the show. Like I don't need you to explain to me.
Don't hold
what
my
this
fucking
means.
hand.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
gonna
hungry boys.
come. I had Chick-fil-A earlier.
Some filet
I'm
chicken.
about to have some barbecue chicken.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta shit again. I feel like I had some residual stuff still going.
Wow.
Sometimes we call that a poop part 2.
Softener in
Part
there.
two.
I call
A
that
repart.
the after
Reshit.
game.
Yo, did you guys see the thing in the Olympics?
What?
There's
What?
so many things in the Olympics.
Simone Biles back.
Oh yeah, she's like not competing anymore, and they said she was too good. That's fucked, man.
No, she's still competing. She's competing in the round, which is team based, like it's team gymnastic based.
Yeah, she
she said because
said
of her
that she didn't
mental
like
health.
Asians. Why she didn't want to.
She said because of her mental health, and then Team USA went out, and then Russia went out, and Russia got gold, and Team USA got silver.
It's not
Because
it's
Simone
not
is on
Russia.
another level, man. This shit with the moves is bullshit. How they won't let her do like certain things or won't like score her on the same grading scale because she's literally like too good. And they said it won't be fair to the other contestants. I'm like,
That's the whole point of the fucking Olympics.
yeah, okay,
Is
so we're
try
so
to
much
beat her.
better. Like we got the better athletes. Like, sorry, man.
Like try to
Yeah.
beat her. That's the whole point of the Olympics, to see who's the best
They're like,
in the world.
they're gonna hurt themselves trying to copy her because she's leagues above them. I'm like, let her be leagues above them then. Let her be the
Yeah.
GOAT.
Let her,
Like she
let her
is.
be the GOAT
Don't
until
try to
her time
fucking
runs
hold her
out.
back because she's too good.
So why
Yeah.
the fuck did
That's
we
such
lose in
horseshit.
basketball? Because from my understanding, we're like the greatest basketball curators of all
Because
time.
our team is just ass right now. Like they are not they're a good team. Like
Why,
on
though?
paper.
Like
'Cause they're-
we've got LeBron James. We literally
He's
have the
not
best.
playing.
LeBron
Why?
James.
Why?
He wants
He's
to
just
take a
not
season
playing.
off, probably, and he's older. Let the young guys play.
Yeah. They
No,
don't
just win the
have-
gold for the United States. It's not about you, bitch.
He's done it already. He's already
Literally,
won
we need to
gold in
flex on other
Olympics.
countries right now.
That's what I'm
Right now,
saying.
we're losing the medal race to Japan, the host country.
We actually have more medals than they
Rigged.
do. They have more gold medals.
It's rigged.
Rigged.
All right, so
They're stealing the Olympics.
So in my high school,
Fucking weebs.
If we only counted the legal medals, America would be winning.
This is why Naruto's
So-
trash.
Bro, did you see that? Like, Brandon, did you see a couple that a couple of reporters, like for the Japanese like side of the Olympics, they dressed up as fucking Jiraiya, Naruto, and Sakura, like
No.
during a broadcast.
So gay.
Look it up.
That's
Look it up.
fucking gay as shit.
Look it up right now. It is the
You-
fucking cringiest shit in the world.
Did you guys see that coach for that Australian swimmer that won gold?
Oh yeah, the guy that got-
the guy that like after she won gold, he was like freaking out and he was like going crazy with his hands and he started humping the
yeah, he got in
glass.
trouble
Yeah.
by the committee.
Yeah.
They said that he was harassing other teams by that outburst.
Fuck the committee, man. The committee is
Bro.
such a bunch of party poopers,
They're
man.
fucking party pooping.
They're trying to come down on everything that makes sports like the littlest bit cool.
Did you see that the one girl from Alaska won the 200-meter breaststroke
I haven't kept
from
up
like
on
Alaska? She's like 17, and like there's like there's one 50-meter pool in the entire state of Alaska, and she just won gold medal in it.
that. Nice.
Fire as shit.
Oh, shit.
Like we
That's
got a
pretty
couple
impressive.
young guns that are fucking killing it in the gold
Young
medal.
guns.
Young guns.
So
The guns are
at
young.
my high school, the athletic director at my high school, his son he's at his second Olympics right now. He won gold already. He's on the men's swimming team.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn, Oliver knows some pretty powerful people. Do you think he can get me a signed copy from Michael Phelps?
Well, I mean,
Well,
Brandon's
first
mom
off,
knows the
Phelps is
president.
retired.
Brandon's mom is the president.
First off, Phelps is
I lost that
retired.
connection a bit ago. Sorry, guys.
I remember like listening to an interview with Michael Phelps after he retired, and they said like, "What are you gonna do?" And he said, "Not look at the water anymore. I'm tired of it." And I was like, "Damn."
Fucking I would be too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 16 hours a day. Like
Well,
shit.
his daily regimen was ridiculous. He would eat like 13,000 calories a day.
Oh
You'd
yeah,
have
for
and
sure.
didn't
swim
he say, like,
18
he would
hours a
eat
day.
so much fucking McDonald's?
Oh yeah, because there's no way you can get that much calories without eating like shit.
He would eat like 20-piece nuggets and shit like that, like 40-piece nuggets and shit like that.
He was an
Fucker.
ogre.
And burn it off.
Olympic medals by country. Why can't I find this right now?
Just look up medal count.
What are you
bro.
trying to see who's winning?
Yeah, just look
Yeah.
up medal count.
Just look up Olympic medal count. It pops up right off the bat.
Who's winning the Olympics 2021? Let's go.
So we have more
What
medals.
the fuck? We're in third?
Yeah, we have more medals than everybody right now, but we
don't
are
have enough
third in
gold.
gold. Yeah, it's 11 United States, 12 China, 13 Japan.
We don't settle for
Yeah.
third, man.
This
We
is
have more
really
medals
relevant
on,
information
bitch.
for people that are watching this in October.
God damn, China.
China is always up there. With, in
Yeah,
terms of
honestly,
Olympics.
the
They're always
fucking
there.
Winter Olympics are on right now. We're talking about this.
Yeah, 2 years later.
Hey, happy New Year 2024, everybody. One of us has died like in a tragic car accident or some shit.
We don't just have 4 stories. We also have 4 jokes that we just repeat.
That was the kind of hope of like calling all of us out in the beginning so we can all shit at each other with new and inventive ways.
True. Let's all just roast each other. r/roast each other.
Although
Or slash
I'm
Reddit.
not gonna roast Will about his thing. That's a little.
What about HW?
I mean, I'll go hard on that.
That
I'm
was
like, damn, like Earth go hard.
I'd be like, damn, Earth.
Or is it just another conquest?
Yeah.
It was harder than Simeon.
I
Yeah,
gotta
you
say
guys
that
need to-
conquest was very unethical.
I didn't go through the conquest.
Brandon, don't even act like for a second you were not on board with it.
The only reason I
Please.
was on board was so I can get with the other girl who was dropped in my head as a child.
So there's ulterior motives in here. I see how
There
it is.
was.
Ulterior motives.
Let me get this straight. If something's unethical and there's ulterior motives, you're still gonna do it. Seems suspicious.
Look,
No,
for
it's-
Brandon, it was like this: the ethics of it, but then also the amount of time since he's had pussy. It's like,
I'm pretty much ready to just fucking buy a hooker and be done with it.
you're ready to just like cut a hole in your
You won't
mattress.
fucking
and
do it
fuck
though. You
Yeah, I
fucking
mean-
do it. Do it this weekend,
Okay.
He's
I
gonna
will.
be in the. He's gonna
and
be.
then
in
tell us
the-
about it next week.
Okay.
Next week, Brandon buys a hooker.
next week. This weekend, Brandon actually meets a girl at the bar and they hit it off.
Really?
You guys think I'm gonna find my wife this week?
No,
I don't think you'll find your wife. I think you'll find someone that you seem endearing.
I think
and
you'll find a
attractive.
booty call.
Wow.
I think
all
you'll
right.
find a good starter rebound.
I think you'll find
Starter
some
pack.
Hmm?
Yeah. Now we call
Yeah.
those PGs. Remember?
You'll find the
Starter-
Brandon starter
his
pack.
girlfriend.
Yeah. So Brandon, in the starter pack, you get one menthol, you get one mint, one mango. Which one you want?
And one Virginia tobacco.
Yeah, one Virginia
Is that a
tobacco.
Jewel fucking reference or something?
A
We like-
Jew reference.
Welcome back to the Real Sensitive Guy Hours podcast, the official podcast of Jewel.
And Blue Chew.
What's up? What's
Blue
up,
Chew.
14-year-olds? We like to get our dick hard and smoke flavorful Jewel pods.
Smoke Nick and have hard dicks.
Smoke Nick
dick.
and have hard dick.
Smoke dick and get sucked off.
Dude, the girl that got dropped on her head as a child is just staring at me in the chat right now. I don't fuck with it. Like
What?
fucking with me. I'm looking at the Real Sensitive Guy Hours chat right now.
Oh,
She's just staring
That
at me.
1,000-mile stare.
Yeah, dude. I feel like she's definitely got like the fucking Sharingan going on right now. She's staring through my soul.
She has the shining eyes. I can't even open mine wide enough right now because I was hitting some Delta 8 before the show.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, it's legal in most gas stations.
Yeah, we could say that we smoke. We just smoke Delta 8. Like I smoke Delta 8 every day.
Yeah.
I Delta 8 it up.
I take Delta 8 Jeebs every day.
I take Delta 6.
You guys hit your delts yet?
You guys get the.
Are we
Delta,
talking about the fitness challenge or smoking?
You guys get the Delta variant
Both.
yet?
All right,
You
guys.
get the
Everybody.
Delta variant yet? Does no one like?
What, Oliver?
Do you guys get the Delta 8? You guys get the Delta variant yet?
No.
Yo, I'll get the Delta variant if it's the Delta 8 variant.
I love how iFunny's super pissed off right now about like the mass media just being like covering the new variant of COVID.
Oh, you guys see
They're like, this is even more fake than the first COVID.
You guys see that the CDC's coming back with masks required during the fall?
Why are they like releasing it in the future? It's not a fucking album.
They can't be playing games with our hearts like this.
Well, because of the variant, they're even saying with people that are vaccinated, they want them to wear masks.
On the trifecta, the CDC is a flaky bitch.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Don't you?
My heart.
Fucking love ice.
No, I'm fucking. The CDC is Katy Perry. They're hot and they're cold.
They fold like a house of cards.
Before we hop off here, here's a little piece of knowledge. If you ever want to know which way a faucet should face, just do the "hot in your cold" song in your head, and you'll.
That means what?
Easy.
So
That makes
true.
zero sense, but okay. What if you got a Lisi? What if you got a Lisi faucet?
A Lisi faucet? A
Lisi
faucet?
A leaky faucet.
A Khaleesi faucet? All right. I like the energy today, boys. It was pretty good. We out here.
Go eat some good food now.
We're worst podcast on earth energy.
Yeah. Everybody make sure to subscribe to our Patreon and give us money, bitch.
Make us famous. If you give us money, we can invest it in YouTube and become bigger on YouTube, which means we'll get to create better content. We'll get to go somewhere besides Ocean Shitty. Give us money.
Give us money.
If we get $1,000 per month, Oliver will transition into a girl, as he's always wanted to. That's been his dream from the very beginning.
We believe in you, Oliver.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that info from, but you might want to check again, Chief.
It's okay. It's okay. We know. You wrote us a note that has
Brandyn,
since been destroyed.
Since been destroyed.
It was also the first time you said you love us.
Yeah.
What about the guy that has a Y in his name and some people think he's gay?
I thought we talked before.
I don't know if he's
show.
gay, but he definitely hates paladins.
We talked before the show about both of these topics and we would not talk about it, and I really don't appreciate you guys on air talking about this heated issue.
Rose.
I'm actually gonna have to send you guys NDAs. You guys are fucked. I'll have my legal team talk to your legal team.
All right,
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
I got him ready.
My lawyer.
If you enjoyed the worst podcast in the universe, be sure to let us know in the comments. Leave a like and share it to all your friends. Get us to $1,000 on Patreon so Oliver can get rid of his penis.
Let's get this video to 1,000 dislikes, guys.
Yes, 1,000.
1,000 dislikes. Let's go.
It's been Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
I'm Will.
You guys listen to Real Sense of Guy Hours, episode 77.
Fallout 77.